Oh my God.
It's week 12 of the NFL. And up next are the Texans' towering wide receiver. Always staying busy. He's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Texans and the Vikings on Thursday night primetime.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast.
All right, our mic'd up player on offense
between the Houston Texans
is Jimmy Horn Jr. and our mic'd up player on defense
Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis on hand here.
is Judge
Look
Sting.
at the Texans in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to.
All right, so we want to be prepared for a trap game. This is a game that we want to do in our season. And we really have to fight through back-to-back weeks of playing early football, right? Short week, so players are tired. They're not super recharged.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
We got to make some adjustments. We don't have Wallow playing this ball.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to find Jefferson.
That's the guy you got to worry about right there. That's the Jefferson. All right, let's go for our depth chart here.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was
Good stop.
for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short, and yes, they were rewarded.
That's a good play by Maji Smith at the D tackle position. Great job.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away.
Great defensive series, fellas.
It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And now his first throw of the night is hauled in. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the plans are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to downfocus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Oh, he stopped it.
Good spot on the field to go for it.
Oh, he got it.
No man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
That's fight.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Back to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play.
He does a really good job of getting back to the line of scrimmage after a bad play and resetting it and getting right back at him. You take their emotions on defense after they make a big play, and you don't give them time to get comfortable because they're running high off the emotion of the play they made and not ready for the play they have to make. Great job to do it.
They feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with the W.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On second down, Cook. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit.
Elliott Donald, baby.
Guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They kicking him going, taking this thing to the house. Little boy.
Last week as he gets this one away.
Yeah, I don't want to see me.
Fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So
Stay right there. I'll be right back.
They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle.
Like I said, stay right there. I'll be right back. I does this, boy.
A good pickup there at 22.
Jay Feezy, boy. Jay Feezy. J5 him out. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter. It's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. A nice throw there for the 1st down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting to start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Yo, Max.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And some space here. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to
You
watch.
still letting guys break tackles. Come on, Stingley. You can't just stiff arm like that. Great block by Jefferson. Genius takes us down the sideline for 64 yards. You cannot allow that to happen.
They have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Minnesota's kick team.
So we're going to make a good play on take this bitch back. There we go. Get that block and we're going.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
An incomplete pass.
You got to come off that play action a little faster because they playing a whole lot of cover 3. And they playing hard flat.
Rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Come on.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Deion Hunter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And his kick is good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the league.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out
Just for the sense of cool, like.
Remember, they were just out here
Sense of coolness over
pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on
Somebody stepping up with the absence of the big boy.
You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. The Texans come in.
Somebody having a day.
Bring him to the ground. 2nd and 15. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Seattle Seahawks. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight in throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Final adjustment.